ladies and gentlemen. On the momentous occasion of the 41st Ava Day celebration, on behalf of Mrs. Anupama Singh, President Ava, and the entire Ava fraternity, it is my proud privilege to extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Defence Minister Shri A.K. Antony, and his wife, Mrs. Elizabeth Antony. We also welcome Mrs. Padmini Narayanan, Mrs. Manita Singh, Marshal of the Air Force, Arjun Singh DFC, Mrs. Teji Arjun Singh, General and Mrs. V.N. Sharma, General and Mrs. O.P. Malhotra, Mrs. Vani Sundarji, Mrs. Ninit Raina, Chief of the Armed Staff General J.J. Singh, PVSM, AVSM, VSM, ADC, and each one of you. It is extremely heartening to have such a galaxy of distinguished guests gracing this occasion. We commence the proceedings of the evening with a traditional lamp lighting ceremony for invoking the blessings of the divine forces and seeking success in all our endeavors. We request Shri A.K. Antony and Mrs. Elizabeth Antony to kindly initiate the ceremony. We also request the Chief of the Army Staff General J.J. Singh and Mrs. Anupama Singh to kindly accompany them. आशा, विश्वास और आस्था के दीप को प्रज्वलित कर हम हमारी आज की ये शाम वीर नारियों को समर्पित कर रहे हैं। Thank you, sir. ऐसा तो नहीं है तम अमर हो, ऐसा तो नहीं है तम अमर हो, चांद सूरज की कभी ढलती उमर हो, रोशनी को जिंदगी यदि दे सको तुम, रात आए ही नहीं ऐसी सहर हो। हमारे सैनिकों, उनके परिजनों, वीर नारियों और अंततः समाज के उत्थान में सकारात्मक योगदान देकर एक ऐसी ही सहर का आगाज कर रही है आर्मी वाइफ्स वेलफेयर एसोसिएशन। Ladies and gentlemen, we take immense pride in the fact that AVA is presently one of the largest registered NGOs in the country. Committed to the cause of making a positive difference to our society, environment and lives, AVA is soaring to new heights. And the wind beneath our wings is our dynamic, vibrant and caring president. So I now invite the lady held in great awe and esteem by one and all, the First Lady of the Indian Army and President AVA, Mrs. Anupama Singh, to kindly deliver the welcome speech. Mrs. Anupama Singh, please.
Honorable Defence Minister Shri A.K. Anthony, Mrs. Elizabeth Anthony, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. At this hour, as I talk to you from the stage of Kamani Auditorium, I would like our thoughts to be taken to those families who have their husbands or sons guarding the frontiers of the nation. Those who impatiently wait to hear news of their well-being from the icy heights of Siachen or Kargil, dense jungles and rugged mountains of the north and the northeast, or from the sizzling deserts of Rajasthan. From those who could be engaged in a fierce gun battle in Kashmir at this very minute. One of them could be just losing life or surviving with great injury or coming back alive, victorious, only to get into another encounter tomorrow. These young men threw their trust and worries on the shoulders of this great institution, the Indian Army, with complete faith and hope that their well-being and the well-being of their families will be looked after. A dark cloud appears suddenly when nothing else is relevant. News that a brave hero has laid down his life for the nation. The earth rumbles and hopes shatter. The news very quickly is followed by a tricolor that brings the hero back, wrapped inside it. The family feels distressed. But what saves the day is the tricolor, which reminds them that the nation is behind them. And then is a big void, with only one ray of hope, the institution. On this lies the foundation of hope, where the Army Vice Welfare Association, one of the largest NGOs of the country, provides a platform with their motto, Asha, Vishwas and Astha. I, as the President, take this opportunity to express my gratitude to our countless AVA members located in the far-flung areas of our country who have worked tirelessly to establish and run a number of successful welfare projects. It is with their hard work, devotion to the cause, spirit of AVA and tireless efforts that we have been successful in achieving our goals. A little over 2 years back, we had made empowerment as our mission. Towards its accomplishment, a number of projects have been executed successfully to generate employment for the Veer Naris. I would like to compliment the Khadi and Village Industries Commission to have supported us on this front. It is satisfying to witness the implementation of pre-primary education and teachers training curriculum, which has gone a long way in the standardization of the education in all Army stations. AVA has also taken it upon itself the mission Ability Beyond Disability and made it a reality. In this project, we have been able to provide artificial limbs and support systems to many physically challenged and differently abled. I can say with pride that we have covered the length and breadth of the country in this regard in collaboration with the Artificial Limb Manufacturing Corporation. This initiative would never have been possible without the support and help of the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, today we demonstrate the spirit of womanhood through the medium of a play choreographed and performed by none other than Mrs. Subhashini Basant, a woman who perhaps best exemplifies the spirit of the Veer Naris. Subhashini is the wife of the late Colonel Hassan Ashoka Chak, who laid down his life for the cause of the nation. Barely 6 weeks ago, in Jammu and Kashmir, while combating terrorists, when he was in command of the 9th Maratha Light Infantry. I salute Subhashini for her great courage and thank her for being with us today on our day. Finally, I would like to thank our esteemed chief guest, Shri A.K. Anthony, Mrs. Elizabeth Anthony, and the Army for supporting us in all our endeavors. I would also like to compliment all members of AVA and the team of organizers for their hard work. I am sure that our joint efforts will go a long way in achieving the collective vision of AVA through empowerment and enlightenment. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Anupama Singh. We further the proceedings of the evening with 4 AVA publication releases. And for that we request Shri A.K. Anthony, Mrs. Elizabeth Anthony, the Chief of the Army Staff, General J.J. Singh, President AVA, Mrs. Anupama Singh, and Vice President AVA, Mrs. Kirti Kapoor, for the gracious presence on the stage, please. रेखा खींची चित्र बनाया, रेखा खींची चित्र बनाया, चित्रों को आकार दिया, सतरंगी सपनों में रंग भर कागज पर उतार दिया, अपने परायेपन की सीधी सच्ची यही कहानी, जिसे हृदय अपना कह दे उनका, उसे प्यार उपहार दिया। हमारे आशा स्कूल के बच्चों के प्यार, उनकी मासूमियत, सहजता और सृजनात्मकता से ओत-प्रोत कलाकृतियां हैं। Asha greeting cards. From a modest beginning of printing just about 13,000 cards in the year 1996, this venture has grown from strength to strength, and last year 15 lakh cards were printed and sold. The proceeds from the sales have been plowed back towards betterment of facilities at Asha schools and for providing incentives to the teachers. We now request our Honorable Defence Minister to formally release the Asha cards for the year 2007-2008. I also call upon Mrs. Jasveer Dhaliwal, the Chairperson, Asha Cards Committee, to kindly bring in the cards, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this year we have a series on landscapes, flowers and soldiers. And we also take this opportunity to request all of you to kindly be ambassadors of these cards. By doing so, we would be contributing our bit to the cause. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mrs. Dhaliwal. The next AVA publication to be released this evening is the AVA Journal. And we would request the Honorable Defence Minister to do the honours again once, please. And I also call upon Mrs. Poonam Sabharwal, Chairperson, AVA Publications Committee, to kindly get in the journal. True to AVA's ideology of caring and sharing, the journal acts as a medium of expression of the organization's activities and is a popular medium of interaction amongst its members. The Army wives are justifiably very proud of the journal, which year after year has come out with interesting, informative and thought-provoking articles. It is certainly a true reflection of the multifaceted, talented and creative Army fraternity. And this journal 2007 lauds the exemplary effort of a few women of substance, the winners of awards of excellence that were initiated by AVA in the year 2006. Thank you, sir, and thank you, Mrs. Sabharwal. The third AVA publication to be released is the AVA brochure. We request Mrs. Elizabeth Anthony to kindly release the ABBA brochure, and I also call upon Mrs. Purnima Bakshi, Director IHRC and Ahvan, to bring the brochure, please. In its quest for innovative paths to welfare, ABBA has undertaken a number of projects. The ABBA brochure gives an overview of the activities, projects and achievements of ABBA. Definitely the quote from Khalil Gibran, that a man's true wealth is the good he does in the world, befits the praiseworthy cause for which each ABBA member strives. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Mrs. Bakshi. है अंधेरों की साजिशें तो रहें, है अंधेरों की साजिशें तो रहें, मैं उजालों के गीत गाता हूँ, जिनको हल करके जिंदगी सुलझे, उन सवालों के गीत गाता हूँ। हमारे सैनिकों, उनके परिवारों, खासकर वीर नारियों का मनोबल बढ़ाने के लिए और उनकी जिंदगी में उठे सवालों को हल करने के लिए ABBA निरंतर कार्यरत है। The next ABBA publication to be released is especially meant for the Veer Naris and ex-servicemen. And for this, we will request the Chief of the Army Staff, General Tevye Singh, to formally release the book titled Empowerment Through Awareness. I also call upon the Joint Director, Braveheart Empowerment Cell, Lieutenant Colonel Alok Dutt, to kindly get in the handbook, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this book has been assiduously compiled and edited by Lieutenant Colonel Dutt. This comprehensive handbook aims at apprising the ex-servicemen and Veer Naris about all their rights, entitlements, procedures, orders. The first copy being presented to the Honorable Defence Minister. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Colonel Dutt. And yes, I request all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for a huge round of applause for our esteemed guests who have spared some precious moments out of their invaluable time to be with us here this evening and encourage us. वर्दी जब चढ़ती है तन पर, वर्दी जब चढ़ती है तन पर, सीना खुद ही तन जाता है। शपथ वतन की लेकर यौवन वीरों का पथ अपनाता है। ऐसे वीरों की गाथाएं रखता है इतिहास सजाकर और उन्हें इज्जत देती है दुनिया सारी शीश झुकाकर। प्राण चढ़ाकर एक सिपाही अमर आत्मा बन जाता है। शपथ वतन की लेकर यौवन वीरों का पथ अपनाता है। लेकिन सही मायनों में युद्ध में केवल एक सैनिक ही शहीद नहीं होता, उसके साथ शहीद हो जाता है उसके परिवार का भविष्य, उसके अपनों के तमाम सपने। वीरों के अथाह दुख में डूबे, जिंदगी के समक्ष आई कठिन परिस्थितियों से प्रतिदिन प्रतिपल जूझते इन लोगों का जीवन ही शहादत की पराकाष्ठा है। हमारी अगली प्रस्तुति इन शहीदों और उनके परिजनों को समर्पित एक श्रद्धांजलि है। अशोक चक्र से सम्मानित स्वर्गीय कर्नल वसंत वीर और उनकी धर्मपत्नी श्रीमती सुभाषिनी वसंत द्वारा लिखित और श्रीमती सीमा आजमी द्वारा निर्देशित यह नाटक एक वीर नारी की वेदना, त्याग और देशाभिमान की सशक्त अभिव्यक्ति है। यह भाग्य की विडंबना ही है कि आज से तकरीबन 3-4 साल पहले जिस नाटक को कर्नल वसंत वीर ने सोचा और आरंभ किया, उसे इसी जुलाई में उनके कश्मीर में वीर गति को प्राप्त होने के पश्चात उनकी धर्मपत्नी श्रीमती सुभाषिनी वसंत ने संपूर्ण आकार दिया। तो कुछ विश्वास, कुछ यादें, कुछ आंसू, कुछ आस्थाएं, कुछ परंपराएं, कुछ संकल्प, बस यही कुछ है यह नाटक। The Silent Front, a tribute to a soldier's wife.